They put HIV and hepatitis in over 1 million ampules, a factor rate, and knowingly shipped it out, knowing it would kill people for eugenics. They were convicted in court of that. It came out their own internal documents. You see, when you see Endgame, you learn, not only who the elite are, but what their entire global agenda is. This more and more I realize is the most important film I've made. And if you don't have this on DVD, you're insane. People need this. You need to have viewing parties. This needs to be the biggest, hottest film out there. It's huge, but not big enough. Obama deception is important, and it's for newbies. People say, well, I already know everything in Obama deception. That's the whole point. It's for people that don't understand the left-right paradigms of fraud, a distraction, a diversion. This film is so important. This cracks it all. And I already knew that my film was right, but the film gets more important as time goes on. It's more than evergreen. It isn't just staying evergreen. It's like glowing now. It's putting off sparks now. It just gets more and more important. This is the Rosetta Stone. You want to decode everything. This is my encyclopedic work. All 2 hours and 40 minutes of it. You watch this, you got a handle on everything. This is the film, Endgame. You see the UN building on the cover with that skull? That's what it's all about. You see all those flagpoles with no flags on them? That's what it's all about, the end of sovereignty. And I've committed my life to this. Am I perfect? No. But I'm taking action. I'm doing the best job I can. And the critics be damned. We'll be right back. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. Tons of financial news and a lot more. Man, I tell you, no rest for the wicked. I was just on 93.7 KLBJ with Charlie Hodge for my weekly Freedom Nugget during that 4-minute break, during the long break we do once an hour. Okay, I want to break down the economy. I want to break down what's actually happening, the police state, and then later, I'll do this at 2, after Kevin Trudeau leaves us. So I found out it's a big fan of PrisonPlanet.tv subscriber. How crazy is that? We actually got contacted through their folks, so I look forward to having him on. And then Billionaire Club in bid to curb overpopulation. America's richest people meet to discuss ways of tackling a disastrous environmental, social, and industrial threat. The group told the Times of London to call them the Good Group. The Good Witch. Glinda the Good Witch. But when the moon comes up, they go, and turn into the Bad Witch. And in this article, it says, why did all the secrecy? They wanted to speak rich to rich without worrying. Anything they said would end up in the newspapers, painting them as alternative world government. Because, see, there's a world government. They don't want to be known as the alternative world government. See, they love these little flippant comments that they think the slaves won't get the subtlety to because they've dumbed down the language so much, as Daniel Estlin was talking about earlier. So we're going to go over that and how it ties in with meeting of America's richest. ABC News lied last week and didn't tell the truth. They said it was about helping the poor. I guess killing them means helping them. ABC News reports on secret meeting of the rich, yet ignores Bilderberg completely. The rich get tougher. Shh. It was a secret. That's out of the New York Times. Then WHO, World Health Organization, urges hospitals to join climate change battle. You can't have these expensive, nice hospitals. It's bad for the earth. Literally, that's Reuters. Queensland fluoride overdose. Info wrong again. The government put too much fluoride in the water. And too much, any of it's bad. And I have all these articles where John Hopkins and the Mayo Clinic and others report that you're 2.9 times more likely to get sick and die of the flu or go to the hospital if you take the flu shot. Of course, that's just the Mayo Clinic. Don't listen to them. So we'll be going over all of that because it's so important coming up. Ron Paul joins us every 4 weeks. He's scheduled to be joining us next week sometime. We're nailing that down because his schedule's so fluid. But when he gets on, it's now over 180 sponsors. Last Friday it was 179. It's over 180. We're nailing down those final numbers. This is very exciting. But what's freaking me out is, and it's got to be COINTELPRO, or just the mass mental illness out there on the internet that Estlin was talking about, and I have noticed. There were hundreds and hundreds of comments on the article Kurt Nimmo wrote Saturday. Guy's working 7 days a week, because he's got such passion. Doesn't have to, he just does. And he wrote an article about this, and I appreciate him doing that. And there were hundreds of comments, and about half of them were saying, oh, this is just a setup to get rid of the Fed and set up a new global system. Oh, they'll never get the audit. There's no point. I mean, just defeatist attitude. No, the Fed doesn't want to be audited. The Fed has said it's above the law and can't be audited, which is kind of like a trick. It's saying, don't shoot me, I'm bulletproof, and you shoot the person and they're not bulletproof. You know, I mean, it's a mind game. Or it's like somebody pouring gasoline on themselves and saying, I can't burn. You throw a match to them, they will burn. You know, I mean, you know, that's my little parable about the Federal Reserve. No, they don't want to be audited. Ron Paul gets all sorts of death threats. He has admitted he's in danger doing this. Ron Paul is the real deal, and he's a symbol of liberty and freedom. That's why they tried to destroy him. They couldn't destroy him, so now they're trying to co-opt his message, and it's not working for him either. They know we're the majority. They know that we're waking up, and he's a figurehead, an intelligent, dynamic figurehead, but all of us that are prominent are figureheads. And they're probably building him up to later try to destroy him, but he's so gentlemanly and so calm and focused, it's very hard for them to do, though they've tried. So they know that the majority of activist groups on campuses are now patriots, /Ron Paul, /InfoWarriors. They know that we're rising. And, you know, that's what Bilderberg, it came out 2 years ago, and I got confirmed this from Estlin and Tucker. We're really worried about Paul, and they're more worried today. And they're worried about us and the state sovereignty movement. So they spin it as states want to violently secede. No, we're declaring our 9th and 10th Amendment, saying the feds aren't over the states in every issue. 10th and 9th Amendment, read it. So they always want to radicalize things. And there's all these solutions. But for everybody out there, ladies and gentlemen, the Federal Reserve is the regional arm of the global banking system. We need to audit it and expose it and go after it. Then the other spin is, well, it's already been audited. No, they passed a law to audit how many desks it has, how many pencils it has, but not the money or where the money goes or what they do with it. And the Federal Reserve's on record in front of Congress and saying we're not going to tell you where the money went. So anybody saying that they tell you where the money goes is a liar. So let's get positive here and move forward, or at least ignore the disinformation agents. This is a positive thing to audit the Fed, to point out that it's never been audited. That's positive in and of itself.
We're